Now, the dispute between Fox and Time Warner Cable over fees paid for programming may be over.
But it could mean a lot more money for broadcasters and higher bills for consumers. Bloomberg's Kelly Riddell is in Washington. She has been following this story. Kelly, good afternoon. How's this deal going to eventually change the way programmers do business with cable and satellite companies?
Well, it's going to have a big change. I mean, we saw over the weekend a pretty big win for Fox. They were getting $0 for Fox broadcast, and now analysts are saying they're getting about 50 cents. And that includes also the cable channels, FX, and some regional sports networks. But still, 50 cents is a lot better than $0. And so you're going to have the ABCs, NBCs, CBSs of the world. They're all going to follow suit and ask for similar money. So that's going to, talking to analysts, it could increase the cost to the cable industry is about $5 billion. Now, I mean, who's going to pick up that $5 billion? Well, it's certainly not going to come out of the shareholders' pockets. It's going to be passed right along to the consumers. Craig Moffett at Bernstein did a report today and said that, for 2010, if you're a Time Warner Cable subscriber, you can expect your bill to go up 7% on average. So that's a pretty big increase. And not only that, but Time Warner Cable for the first time is also going to increase the cost of broadband, of high-speed internet. Yeah. Hopefully, and he's thinking to make up for these fees they're going to have to start to pay.
Are the programmers acting a bit like a cartel here? I mean, they're really taking a lot of room.
They have got to be careful, and I know that Rich Greenfield at Paley Capital says, they've really got to be careful as far as stop cheering each other on so much. You saw Bob Beger, and you've seen Les Moonves at CBS all come out in support of Chase Carey at News Corp. So they've really got to watch themselves, especially now that the FCC, this has come light to the FCC. This was such a big dispute, such a big blow-up that John Kerry got involved and the FCC chairman got involved. So they're really going to take a closer look at this industry, and they don't. And the programmers don't want to be seen as too lockstep in line.
And Kelly, that segues nicely into the next question. I guess you can hear the gavel of the committee hearings right now. Is there concern this is going to attract government oversight? I would imagine so.
Well, the Mediacom Sinclair dispute is still going. So that has until this Thursday to kind of reach a resolution. And if not, the government said that they would get involved. I spoke with Glenn Britt, the CEO of Time Warner Cable, last month, and he said that he would not be opposed to government intervention. That basically this system needs to change, that you can't hold consumers, viewers out there hostage when you're negotiating these sorts of terms.
Kelly, I live in Cablevision territory, and the folks on my train were livid this morning about Cablevision dropping the Food Network. How long do you see this standoff going on?
This standoff is, just to put some facts behind it, the two are not talking to each other right now. Scripps Network, that owns the Food Network and HGTV, and Cablevision are not negotiating. Their negotiation was done. They did not come to terms. It was said that Scripps wanted, Cablevision saying that they wanted a 200% increase on those channels, and they just don't want to pay it. And I think it's Cablevision really putting their foot down and saying, hey, we see this wave of price increases to come, and we're gonna toe the sand. We're gonna put a line in the sand right now. So it's gonna be interesting. Cablevision said that they've only seen modest customer reaction. Scripps said that they've had thousands of complaints being logged into them, so we're going to see this one play out for the next few days.
Kelly, might I ask you, with the fees and with some of the companies saying they want increases, is this a product of the economic climate, or some companies just saying we cannot and will not pay that amount in this economy?
I think that for the broadcasters, it's definitely a part of the economic climate. Last year, you saw their TV revenue decrease by 22%. The ads are still, they're slowly returning, but ad sales are still down, and that's what the broadcasters depend on. That's their only source of income. So now by having a dual revenue stream, by also having cable providers pay them for this is really kind of a boon to their industry. But for the cable providers, I mean, they'll pass it along to the consumers for as long as the consumers will pay for it. And this industry seems pretty elastic.
Bloomberg's Kelly Riddell joining us from Washington. Kelly, thanks so much.